So, buckle up, because this one's a doozy. Preface: I was with Finn for 6 years. 6 years. 6 years of what I thought was love, loyalty, and apparently a PhD-level course in patience. And by patience, I mean, I financed his entire adult existence while he floated from one big idea to the next. There was the YouTube channel he swore would make him bigger than PewDiePie, spoiler, it didn't, the NFT phase where he was ahead of the curve, spoiler, he wasn't, and the brief, glorious stint in crypto where he managed to lose most of his savings. All of this. I kept us afloat: mortgage, utilities, groceries, car payments. Me. Finn was the dreamer, and well, apparently I was the fool. Every time he bounced in with those sparkling-eyed, "This time will be different" pitches, I swallowed my skepticism, smiled, and bankrolled another fantasy. You know, because apparently I'm into masochism. Then, 2 weeks ago, things got weird. Finn started acting distant, glued to his phone, throwing around vague, brooding lines like, "I need space to grow," and "I need to find myself." I thought, okay, maybe he's about to start a new project. But nope, then came the comments about the state of the house. And not casual remarks, oh no, judgmental critiques about unwashed dishes, unfolded laundry, like he'd suddenly become some sort of domestic moral compass. And then, the coup de grace. Last week, he sat me down at our kitchen table with that serious look he always used before announcing another failed venture. My stomach did a little preemptive knot. And he dropped this: "I think we should break up. You don't do enough around the house." I laughed. I genuinely thought it was a joke. Nope. He wasn't even remotely joking. This is the man I'd been supporting, feeding, laundering, and occasionally mothering for 6 years, accusing me of not doing enough. I asked him to clarify. Surely he was kidding. He doubled down: "You never clean up after yourself, and I feel like I do all the emotional labor around here. I'm always the one pointing out when things need to be done. Let me paint a picture: I work insane hours keeping us afloat." He brainstorms and occasionally reorganizes the bookshelf. Sometimes I'm too tired to do dishes or fold laundry immediately, sometimes I leave a coffee mug on the counter. But I pay every single bill, keep a roof over our heads, and put food in the fridge. His contributions? 3 times he reorganized the bookshelf by genre, and he threw out my perfectly good Tupperware because it didn't spark joy. This is the same man who melts down if the Wi-Fi goes out for 5 minutes. Guess who calls the provider? Yep. Me. And birthdays, holidays, weekends, anything planned? All me. He can't even order takeout without asking 3 times and still manages to get my order wrong. But here's where it got truly bizarre: after announcing the breakup, Finn started acting like the house was suddenly his. He even suggested I move back in with my mom while he converts the guest room into an office and maybe gets a dog, since I wouldn't be there to complain about the hair. Cue realization. He genuinely seemed to have forgotten, or never realized, whose name is actually on the deed. Hint: not him. Not even close. This house. My inheritance. Sole owner. Every mortgage payment, every repair, every utility bill. Mine. So I excused myself, locked myself in our bedroom, and let him stew in his delusions. Let him think he was winning. Because little did he know, he was about to lose everything. First update. So after Finn's sudden declaration that I wasn't contributing enough, he starts treating the house like it's his kingdom. Messes everywhere, gaming until 4 a.m., giving me a timeline to pack. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there, popcorn in hand, curious to see how far he'll push this delusion. A week later, he announces he's having a friend over. Enter Mila, bright smile, bottle of wine. Perfectly polite, but the way she looked at Finn. Yeah, they're definitely together. Finn doesn't even bother introducing me properly. Instead, He gives Mila a full-on house tour like he's some real estate mogul. This is the living room. I've been thinking of a new couch. The kitchen is perfect for hosting. And this is my office, where I do most of my work these days. My internal monologue, the office. The spare bedroom with a Fortnite setup he's never left. I have two options, explode, or let him dig himself into a bigger hole. I chose the latter. All evening, Finn played gracious host in his own house, pulling me aside to start a timeline for when you'll be out so Mila and he could plan a housewarming. I smiled, said I'd handle everything. His smug little face lit up. Next morning, I called a locksmith. Locks changed. Smooth as butter. When Finn woke up and strutted into the kitchen like he owned the place, I casually informed him, locks changed this morning. You'll need to grab your things and leave by end of day. The panic. Oh, the panic. Pale face, flailing hands, begging, guilt-tripping. Mila witnesses all of it. Finn packs his things. I remind him not to forget his gaming chair. By the end of the day, Finn gone. Mila gone. I poured myself wine, sat on the couch Finn wanted to replace, and basked in the glory of reality finally catching up to him. Second update. Thought it was over. Nope. Apparently, Finn had been spinning a fantasy breakup for months, telling friends and family he was the long-suffering hero finally free to focus on his life and planning a housewarming party, again, in my house. He even downplayed my contributions, claiming he was holding everything together. This is the man who didn't know the mortgage number. Lying, delusional, and audacious as hell. So, I clarified. Group message to mutual friends, polite but firm, the house is in my name, 100%. He never paid a dime. Claims of him building our life together. Lies. Included screenshots of bills, mortgage, deed. Cold, factual, unarguable. And that, my friends, is how you win when your freeloading, egomaniacal ex tries to steal your life. So, remember how I said Finn wasn't done trying to claw his way back into the house? Buckle up, because this next chapter is a masterclass in delusion. Last week, I'm having lunch with my sister Nora, right? She's acting weird. Like, glancing at her phone every 2 seconds, giving me these nervous side-eye looks like she's about to spill a life-altering secret. I finally ask, what's up? Don't be mad. Which, of course, is the universal warning sign that someone is about to make you mad. She whispers, Finn reached out. I nearly snort my latte across the table. Finn. Again. Apparently, he's been running around telling everyone that we had some sort of verbal agreement about the house. According to him, we were practically married. Yeah. Not only that, he convinced Nora to lend him money, not just spare change, but a cool $2,000. My sister, bless her heart, normally a genius-level human, was somehow charmed by his sob story about how he'd invested everything in our relationship, and now he was living in his car thanks to my ruthless betrayal. Here's the best part, Nora didn't just hand over the cash like a fool in a rom-com, nope. She made him sign a full-on IOU. Terms, interest, collateral, he even put his car up. She basically made Finn document how desperate and ridiculous he was. I almost hugged her through the phone when she showed me the screenshot. Meanwhile, Caleb, our mutual friend, the one who spilled the beans about Finn's pre-breakup plotting, sends me screenshots of Finn's social media. And let me tell you, this guy is now a full-blown conspiracy theorist of his own life. He's posting about how I supposedly trapped him in a 6-year-long emotional labor scheme to steal his future fortune. His posts read like a rejected script for a tragicomic miniseries, My Ex Stole My Future. But wait, it gets better. He's been tailoring the narrative for different audiences like a twisted social experiment. Some friends here, I'm a victim of a manipulative ex, others here, I gave up everything for her, and a few poor souls here, we had a business partnership and she betrayed me. One poor relative even got the "she promised me the house as a birthday gift but reneged" version. Meanwhile, the only renovations Finn ever did were moving my furniture around when he was procrastinating on job applications. Yesterday, I get a string of increasingly unhinged texts from him, full of threats about exposing all my secrets. Which, funny, because the only secrets worth telling are the time he tried to turn my camera into a pro-dog photography business or that crypto disaster he called an investment strategy. I haven't responded. I'm just saving them. Because this, dear friends, is performance art at its finest.